First of two sections of the women's 400-meter final. Places are determined totally on time, so you can win the event from the first section or the second section. There's the NCAA meet record by Britton Wilson, and the fastest time in the country amongst collegians, Aaliyah Butler. She'll be in section 2. There is Bella Whittaker of Arkansas, graduate transfer from Penn. She will start in lane number 5.
SEC championship, she was second place to Aaliyah Butler. She ran 49.90, and that was the third fastest collegiate all time. Isabella Whittaker, though, she's come over to Arkansas. She said she wanted to take her running to another level. She knows how successful the Razorbacks have been, but she wants to etch her name in amongst some of the best runners, and she certainly has done that here in this indoor season.
There are the list of competitors with LSU's Ella Onojuevo on the outside. She could be a factor in this race as well. It's a big advantage for Bella to have Ella right outside of her.
Onojuevo is a quick starter, and so I think that's something certainly that Isabella Whittaker is used to when she's raced against the likes of Aaliyah Butler. But Onojuevo has really run the last few times we've watched her with really a lot of confidence. Doesn't seem to be scared. She's really going after it. She's run 51.06. See if she can dip under 51 for the first time.
We learned yesterday that lane 6 may not be as big an advantage on this track as it is in Fayetteville or in College Station. Lane 4 turned out being not a terrible lane draw in the prelims. There is Bella Whittaker. She's out already. She is determined to get that pole position that she can break for after this turn, but Zaya Eikens isn't going to give it up easily.
Well, Chris Johnson said that Bella knows how to run the 400 meters one way, and that is to push it. That's to push it from the beginning. Run as fast as you can, as far as you can, and this is what she's doing right here. Look at her pull away now with 100 meters to go.
23.8 through the first 200, and she's got a nice gap on Onojuevo. She is going for it again. It's on time. If she posts the best time faster than section 2, she's the winner. And Arkansas needs the points. 49.25. That is a new collegiate record, and not at altitude. And fastest time in the second fastest time in the world this year. Don't tell Arkansas that they might be out of it.
And then she's greeted by her teammates. And I said she wanted to etch her name into the record books amongst all those great Razorback 400-meter runners, and she did just that very thing. Oh my gosh, she really took it out strong and just brought it home. That's what they do at Arkansas, push the pace early and then continue to put the pressure on the rest of the field. But she got into a 400-meter runner's groove and just kept it all the way to the line. You knew it was going to be fast when you saw her come around the final turn in the last 50 meters. She's continuing to accelerate. You don't accelerate in the second half of the 400 meters. Look at the tempo. Look at the arms. She just keeps going and going. She floundered a little bit with that left arm at the end. But that was a run we're going to remember. And it's going to make these athletes from Section 2 now have to rethink their strategies.
It's an American record and the second fastest time ever run for the distance. The Netherlands' Femke Bol is the world record holder, and she did that only a couple weeks ago. Isabella Whittaker puts down a time that has got to be mind-blowing to the athletes in the second section. But this is not over. A daunting task, but certainly one that these young women are probably capable of, like Aaliyah Butler of Georgia on the outside. She'll be going out of lane number 6.
Well, she certainly knows what she needs to do. She ran beautifully at the SEC championships. What a great recovery from last season. Doesn't make the NCAA final outdoors, comes back, makes the Olympic team. And has just been running phenomenal this indoor season. There's Dejanay Oakley. We talked a little bit about team points and implications. Oakley will be down there on the inside in lane 3. But then, you know, you talk, Oregon did it in the mile in the first race. USC did what they needed to do in the 60-meter open. Now Aaliyah Butler has a chance to score some points for Georgia, who's also in the team race, and they've got a great 4x4. We're going to see Kayla Jackson again in the 200 meters. But Georgia has a phenomenal 4x4 to finish the meet. But there's Butler on the outside. She will run the race very similarly to the way Isabella Whittaker just did.
And lane 3 isn't nearly the impediment that it is on higher banked tracks. So coming out to Dejanay Oakley down there in lane 3. And Aaliyah Butler is off and running. She wants that pole position.
Well, Aaliyah Butler is a fantastic 200-meter runner. A lot of her workouts are based on the 200 meters. Kareem Abdul-Wahab, the new coach who coaches the 400 meters at Georgia, has really got her speed, her 200-meter speed, faster this year, and it's really benefited her here in the 400 meters. Look at her go.
Like Bella Whittaker, she is going for it. Oakley, her teammate, is back in the back. Again, all runners score in these 400s and 200s unless there's a disqualification. Butler knows how daunting a task it is to try and win this thing after that time that was just run by Bella Whittaker. She breaks 50, 49.98, corrected to 97, so that is going to be fast enough for second place points for Georgia. But it is Bella Whittaker from section 1 who threw down an incredible time, the second fastest ever run to win the 400 meters.
Well, Aaliyah Butler knew exactly what she needed to do. She is a fast starter. She got off to a really good fast first lap. But when you're all alone in that last 100 meters, very difficult to close all by yourself. And she comes up just a little bit short. This Aaliyah Butler had an undefeated streak going all this indoor season, and even though it's in another section, she'll take an L this weekend. Congratulations to Bella Whittaker, who wins from the early section.
So it's a third victory in a row for Arkansas in the 400 meters. It was Britton Wilson, who had set the collegiate record at the time, Amber Anning, the Brit who competed at the Olympic Games for Great Britain last summer, and now it's Bella Whittaker with an American and a collegiate record. There it is, official. And Dejanay Oakley and Aaliyah Butler, they score 14 points for Georgia. But Whittaker is downstairs with John.
Thank you, Dwight. 49.24. Obviously, the time's a wow. Tell me all that went into achieving that time over the last few months.
Yeah, I think it was honestly just staying true to my process, not really trying not to compare myself to the way the other girls ran, to my own teammates, anything, to the pros that I train with sometimes. Like, it was just kind of like trusting myself and really just trying to show up like as my most authentic stuff every time I stepped up on the track. So, yeah.
So I see it and I'm going, don't be mad at me. I'm like, maybe the clock's wrong. What did you think when you saw that?
Oh my God. I mean, I knew it was going to be good off of the first 200 I ran.
Right.
I felt great coming home. I was really just gritting my teeth trying to get to the line because I knew I wasn't in the second, you know, there's another heat, so you always got to race against the clock. So I just knew I just had to dig deep and yeah, and happy with the results, but I was shocked when I saw it.
An amazing performance. Dwight, a UPenn degree and an Arkansas national champ. I don't know what the underachieving kids are doing in life, but they're not keeping up with Bella Whittaker right now.